is. It's a big thing now. It's AI is taking us by storm, taking our society by storm. It can be really confusing to understand. I know when I learned about it, I had a lot of trouble understanding what it was and how it works. So I hope I can simplify that. Then once we know what AI is, I want to spend just a little bit of time talking about the importance of AI and some examples of how it's used in our day-to-day lives without maybe you noticing. And then the real part of this meeting, I want to help everyone get started with ChatGPT. It's a quick process. It'll take like 10 minutes max, but once everyone gets started with ChatGPT, they won't be able to stop using it because it's so helpful. And then I want to spend the last 5 to 10 minutes just talking about ethical ways to use AI and wrapping up the meeting with some question and answer. So, without further ado, I can get started on what AI actually is. So, what is AI? Is like giving a computer the ability to think and learn just like we do. The way that it works is a lot of information is put into these models, and then the computer learns. It specializes in this information, and it's able to communicate with people through its capabilities.
So, Ishan, this is
Yeah.
Sunita Ande. I just want to know how different it is than computer because in computer, Google search machine, you just
Mhm.
ask question, it gives you information, right? So how this is different? How
Okay.
AI is different?
Yeah, that's a great question. So Google is like a platform, right? While AI is also a platform, we can take any large platform like Google. There's Google, there's Safari, there's Firefox, whatever you may choose to use. These platforms, they only have information stored onto them. It's like going into a library and just pulling out a book of the library. The book is, but it's just you walking into a library and searching for a book and pulling it out. The real AI is a librarian. ChatGPT is a librarian, someone who knows about all the books in the library and can answer the questions. So the difference between Google and the AI model, while they're both platforms, the AI model is trained on the information on this large database, and it's able to communicate back with us through what it's learned off of Google. So without Google, there would be no ChatGPT because where Google is where all the information ChatGPT gains. Right? So I can actually just show you an example. So if I go to ChatGPT here and I say summarize chapter 2 of the Bhagavad Gita in 2 paragraphs, it'll take a minute right here and it'll send me a summary in 2 paragraphs, right? But let's say while it's generating this, let's say I'm reading the summary and I'm not very satisfied with it. It's too vague, it doesn't give me enough details. Now we can tell ChatGPT, make the summary more detailed and descriptive. So now what it will do is it'll take my question in English and it'll understand it. And now it'll give me a more detailed, longer response that I can then use in whatever I want to do with the information. So you can see the difference. It's still summarizing chapter 2, but it's giving me a more detailed approach,
All right,
right?
great. Thanks a lot. Yes.
Yeah, no problem. So now we can move on to the bigger part. Has anyone heard of ChatGPT? I know I just showed it to you, but before this meeting, has anyone heard of ChatGPT?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
that's 1, 2.
yes.
Yes. So a couple of us have heard about ChatGPT. Uh, does anyone does anyone know what ChatGPT is exactly or how it works? I explained a little bit, but if anyone has some sort of idea.
Nope.
Okay, well, just like Alexa and Siri and Pi and all these other tools, ChatGPT is a computer program that uses advanced language skills. So advanced language skills as in a computer primarily, it's a computer's primary language is ones and zeros. If you look really deep into the information of the computer, like really deep into the scripts of the code of a computer, it's all written in ones and zeros. ChatGPT has the ability to, oh, okay, ChatGPT has the ability to take these ones and zeros and convert it into language for users like me and you. It acts as a highly knowledgeable digital companion that can assist you with a wide range of tasks, like answering questions about day-to-day activities. If you use a phone or a tablet, you can have ChatGPT at your fingertips all the time. You can keep ChatGPT in your pocket with you wherever you go, and that's the benefit of having AI. And I'll show you. So in ChatGPT, if you get GPT-4, the one you have to pay for, you can actually go and explore some GPTs. So here, one GPT could be an image generating GPT. And I can start a chat with this one. So I can say, does anyone want me to generate something specific? I can ask it. Anyone have a prompt you want me to put into ChatGPT?
A picture of Lord Krishna.
Okay. Please generate an image of Lord Krishna. And now it'll take some time and it'll understand what I'm asking and it'll generate an image back to me. It'll take a minute or so. But so this is an example of one of a GPT. It's a transformer. It transforms my text into a response that'll help answer whatever my question is. And there you go. This image of Krishna was generated strictly by ChatGPT you'll not find this information anywhere else on the web. And this is just based off one question I asked it. I can download this and I can use it for whatever document I want. Now that we've all gotten started with ChatGPT, we have access to very powerful tools. This could help us do a lot of good and a lot of bad. You can ask it, how can I get my boss fired? And it'll probably give you step-by-steps on how to do that, but it'll obviously encourage you not to do so. What I want to say is AI should be used to benefit yourself, your environment, and your community. And it's so widespread and it's so available and so easy to use that I really hope everyone is able to get it. So if you found this meeting useful and if you found this helpful and you were able to get started with AI and ChatGPT, I encourage you to refer Aionix to your friends and let them know how they could get started with ChatGPT too.